Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology.
Welcome everyone to this session. I am Kavitha, a faculty from the Department of Architecture, Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology. This session will provide an overview of IGBC Green New Building Rating System. Before we get into the topic, I would like to start with introduction to green building about IGBC and what are the benefits that has been given for the green buildings and overview of IGBC rating systems. Introduction to green building. Green building refers to structures designed to minimize environmental impacts by emphasizing energy efficiency, water conservation, resource efficiency, and indoor environmental quality. This approach utilizes eco-friendly materials, renewable energy sources, and sustainable practice throughout the building life cycle. So, in other hand, sustainable design takes a broader view incorporating not just the environmental parameters, the three pillars of sustainability like social, economical, and sustainable and environmental factors called as the three pillars of sustainable design. When you talk about green building rating system, as a part of a green building, this rating system play an important role in certifying the greenness of a building. Green building rating system brings together a host of sustainable practices and solutions to reduce the environmental impacts. Green building rating systems are tools that assess the environmental impact of buildings by considering factors such as I said, energy efficiency, water conservation, resource efficiency. IGBC in India's premier certification body for the greening of the project. Its headquarters, the CIE Sorabj Godrej Green Business Center in Hyderabad, is the first platinum rated building in India. About IGBC, Indian Green Building Council rating systems are voluntary, consensus based, and then market driven program. It was formed in 2001 as a part of CII, which is a non-governmental, not-for-profit, industry-led organization founded over 125 years ago. The vision of the council is to enable a sustainable built environment for all and to facilitate India in becoming one of the global leaders in the sustainable built environment by 2025. So, what are the benefits we are getting for the green new buildings? Green new buildings can have a tremendous benefits, both tangible and intangible. The most tangible benefits are the reduction in water and energy consumption right from the day one of the occupancy. The energy savings could range from 20 to 30%, water savings around 30 to 50%. The intangible benefits of green new building included enhanced air quality, excellent daylighting, health and well-being of the occupants, safety benefits, and conservation of a scarce national resources. So, IGBC rating system has launched various green rating systems for buildings and built environment which are designed to address various building typologies like IGBC Green Residential, IGBC Commercial, and then IGBC Green Built Environment, IGBC Green Industrial, and other building typologies like school and campus design, and IGBC Net Zero projects for energy, water, and then carbon. So, in NEST, the IGBC NEST Eco-Friendly Self-Developed Tenements Framework is designed to address the specific measures for EWS, LIG, and MIG, that is middle income group. So, IGBC Green Built Environment having the following rating systems: IGBC Green Townships, IGBC Green Cities, IGBC Green Existing Cities, IGBC Green Hill Habitat, IGBC Green Mass Rapid Transit System, IGBC Green Existing Mass Transit System, and then Green Railway Stations, Green High Speed Rail, Green Landscapes, and then Green Villages. These are all the rating under built environment. And then Green Industrial, that is factory building and logistic parks and warehouse. When you talk about factory building, the IGBC Green Factory Building is the first rating program developed in India exclusively for the industrial sector. And then other building typologies like green schools, green campus, and then green place of workshops. IGBC Green School Rating System is unique in the sense that is address eco-education, health and hygiene, besides the infrastructure facilities, energy efficiency, water conservation, resource efficiency and waste management. And then IGBC Net Zero. So on Earth Day in 2021, IGBC launched IGBC mission on net zero with a vision to facilitate India become one of the foremost countries in transforming to net zero by 2050. A journey to achieve net zero buildings and built environment by 2050 in all aspects, that is energy, water, waste and then carbon. So now coming to this session, one is IGBC commercial. In IGBC commercial, we have IGBC green new building rating systems, IGBC green existing buildings, IGBC health and well-being, green healthcare, and then green data center, green service building, green resort, and then green interiors. So for each and every rating system, IGBC provides an abridged version of a reference guidelines has been provided. And then especially this IGBC new building rating system is provided for conducting the exams, and then this has a study materials for writing for the accredited professional exam. So in this new building rating systems addresses most important national priorities, which include water conservation, handling waste, energy efficiency, reduced use of fossil fuels, lesser dependence on usage of virgin materials, and health and well-being of occupants. This rating program is a tool which enables the designer to apply green concepts and reduce environmental impacts that are measurable. So what is the scope under it? So IGBC Green New Building Rating System is designed primarily for the new buildings, both for air conditioned and non-air conditioning buildings. New buildings include but not limited to this offices, IT parks, banks, shopping malls, hotels, hospitals, airports, stadiums and conventional center and educational institute, colleges and university, libraries, museums, etc. Building types such as residential, factory buildings, schools, integrated townships will be covered under other IGBC rating programs we have seen before. So in this IGBC new building rating system is broadly classified into two types. One is owner occupied buildings and tenant occupied buildings. Owner occupied buildings are those wherein 51% or more of the building's built up area is occupied by the owner. Tenant occupied buildings are those wherein 51% or more of the building's built up area is occupied by the tenants. Based on the scope of the work, projects can choose any one of the above options. So IGBC new building rating systems addresses green features under the following 7 categories. The first broad category is sustainable architecture and design, and then site selection and planning, water conservation, energy efficiency, building materials and resources, indoor environmental quality, innovation and development. These are all the broad categories where the green features has been addressed. So in this, different levels of building certification are awarded based on the total credits earned. However, every green new building should meet certain mandatory requirements which are not negotiable. The threshold criteria for certification levels are under this. One is certified silver, gold, platinum. This is a certification level based on the types, based on the score credits it has been given. It will be recognition as best practices, outstanding performance, national excellence and then global leadership based on the certificate levels. So IGBC rating systems having a following checklist, it will addresses the green features. One is broad category of sustainable architecture and design, it gets total 5 points. Out of 100, sustainable architecture and design, it has 5 points. Credit we can approach is, one is integrated design approach. In the integrated design approach, we can get 1 credit. And then site preservation. So following measures need to be done to preserve the site. So it has been given maximum 2 points. And then passive architecture. So you can go for the passive cooling or whatever the measures that has been getting into the design. So we can get it for 2 points. So maximum under the sustainable architecture and design, it will be earned for 5 points. And then site selection and planning, we have a mandatory requirements 1, mandatory requirements 2. Definitely the local building regulations need to be filed. So this has been mandatory, it need to be submitted, and then soil erosion control and sedimentation control. And these two need to be required mandatory requirements. And then credit 1 is basic amenities, and then proximity to the public transport. So basic amenities within 1 kilometer radius, what are all the closer within the proximity, what are all the amenities that has been located. So it has been provided, then the credits will be given accordingly. So proximity, like proximity to public transport, low emitting vehicles, natural topography or vegetation, preservation or transplantation of trees, and then heat island reduction in the non-roof areas and also heat island reduction in the roof areas, outdoor light pollution reduction, and then universal design, basic facilities for construction workforce, green building guidelines. Under this, the total credits we can earn is 14 points apart from the mandatory requirements. And then water conservation, under water conservation we can credit 18 points. Water conservation, we have two mandatory requirements. One is rainwater harvesting roof and non-roof areas. So we can go ahead with the groundwater source, enhance the groundwater source to reduce the municipal water. And then water conservation mandatory 2 is water efficient plumbing fixtures. And then water conservation credit 1 is talking about the landscape design, that is maximum you can earn 2 points. And then water conservation credit 2 management of irrigation systems. Credit 3 is rainwater harvesting roof and non-roof, you have various credits that has been given. And then credit 4 is water efficient plumbing fixtures, and then wastewater treatment and reuse, and then water metering need to be provided. And then energy efficiency having the maximum points of 28 to 30 points if it is a owner occupied building, if it is a tenant occupied building. So in energy efficiency, we need to have a ozone depleting substances, that is we need to have a eco-friendly refrigerants to avoid the ozone depleting substances. And then in the second mandatory requirement is minimum energy efficiency need to be achieved, that is a national priority of IGBC, new building rating system. And then mandatory 3 is talking about commissioning plan for building equipments and systems. So in the various credits, energy efficiency credit 1 is eco-friendly refrigerants, and then credit 2 is enhanced the energy efficiency, and then credit 3 is on-site renewable energy, off-site renewable energy, commissioning and post installation of equipment and systems. And then the last credit is energy metering and management. And the next modules is building materials and resources. Under building materials and resources, the mandatory will be we need to segregate the waste post occupancy. And then we have a credit like sustainable building materials, organic waste management post occupancy, handling of waste during the construction, and then use of certified building materials, products and equipments. 16 points we can earn under this. Indoor environmental quality is the next category, that is a main category of getting 12 to 9 points. Indoor air quality mandatory, definitely we need to have a minimum fresh air ventilation, and then tobacco smoke control. So these two are the mandatory requirements that will be under indoor environmental quality. And then credit 1 is talking about CO2 monitoring, and then daylighting, availability of daylighting, and then outdoor views, minimize indoor and outdoor pollutants, low emitting materials, occupants well-being facilities, indoor air quality testing after construction and before occupancy, indoor air quality management during the construction. And then the last category is innovation and development. It has 4 credits. The innovation and development credit 1 is innovation in design process. What are all the innovation techniques that has been implemented in the project? There you can earn points. Apart from that, you can have any exemplary performance in above addressed category that can be added into the innovation practice. So that 1 point has been added to the innovation in design process. Optimization in structural design, wastewater reuse during construction, and then IGBC accredited profession. If you are the IGBC accredited profession, you can earn 1 points under the project. So as I said earlier, different levels of building certification are awarded based on the total credits earned. That is 75 to 100 you have got the platinum, 60 to 74 you will be getting the gold, and then 50 to 59 the silver, and then 40 to 49 is a certified. So minimum 40 points need to be earned to building to be certified. So IGBC will recognize green new buildings that achieve one of the ratings levels with a formal letter of certification and a mountable plaque. Next session we will see each category in detail. So thank you for this session. Have a great day. Thank you once again.